Oh, hello, everybody. What's going on? How's it going? The chat is already popping off. Thank you, chat, for hanging around. Welcome to Roller Troll. My name is Wade Acuff, and I guess you would call me the host for this. I guess that's what you would call this. It's like a 2 hour session of drawing nonsense, but you guys make it that way, and I love it. But let me show you how this works so that we are all on the same page. For those of you that haven't seen this or don't know about Roller Troll, it is about rolling dice. We get a 20-sided die, and then I roll it. And then once I roll it, it gives us the results like a die will do. And then we go over to our live work here, and we have a key that shows us all our numbers 1 through 20. I will then reveal with a little bit of pizzazz, hopefully. We just got a little mask, and I'll erase out our two options. We'll have two options, and those options will lead us to either a roll, a trolley option, or a more of a regular, something that's not as trolly. Sometimes they can both be a little trolly, and that depends on chat. There's also another chance in a lot of these. I don't remember what all the options are all the time, but there are some times where it will say chat suggestion or the next thing I see in chat. And it's not always in order. I may not see the chat, but whatever I see in there from the suggestion is what I will take and I will use. Because I know 2 hours seems like a lot of time, but it's not really, especially when I'm rambling like this. But we do have options today to start us off. You may notice a poll has already been sent out there for you guys. We have an alchemist lab or a wizard's tower. One of those two. And during the time, here, let me see. I typically don't vote on mine. I kind of let it go. Let me see what's up. What's up, Jack? How's it going? Please, guys, go follow Jack Watson, usually our mod. But today, Voodoo Val is our mod. Go follow Val as well. Be sure and, hey, both of you guys shout yourselves out. Let's do that. What's up, Sean? What's up, Alessandra? PR is here. What's going on? Vador, how's it going? Okay, let's get through it. What are we doing here? Let me go look at this poll. Right now, Wizards Tower's leading. We'll let it roll a bit. In the meantime, let's take a look at what you guys did. Look, you have some ownership in this. This isn't all me. What you guys did last time. I'm not going to go through all the options, but we made this weird creature. Looking at you, chat. Okay, honestly, a lot of it was me. Just going to throw that out there. Some of it was you, chat. But I did spend a little bit of time on this, whatever this thing. I think it turned out pretty friendly compared to what it could have been. Sorry for the glitching there. But let's take a look at what I did to clean it up. So now we have like a little fuzzy fella. I left the top hat. I did leave the top hat. I made sure that the top hat was going to stay. I did get rid of the the knee-high socks and the little barbell, but mostly for consistency's sake. But this is what this turned out. The hat is so small. Yeah, it was a tiny hat option, I believe. But this is what we came up with, and hopefully today we'll come up with something a little different. As you might have noticed, these are both locations. This is like fantasy interior design. So I don't really know how that's going to work out, first off. I don't really know where it's going to go. But there might be a few chances for creatures and characters and stuff along the way. That depends on the options. But also, I do have for you guys, I mentioned last time that we would have a brush pack. And again, this is the brush pack that I have for you. These are only, I think, the smudge brush, I think, is mine. The other ones are, I wish I could give credit to where they came from, but they are in tons of free packs everywhere. So it's not like you couldn't find them. So be sure and check that out. Thank you, Val, for dropping that link as well. Let's start scribbling around and give this. It looks like Tower's going to win. So why don't we just go ahead with Tower? Let's go ahead and end the poll. We have 8 votes on that. Yeah, anybody wants to shout out ideas also throughout, don't hesitate. This is going to be interesting because I don't know what we're doing here. I can't really start sketching. I've kind of scribbled some things. But let's see what's up. Looks like Wizard Tower is our winner. So you know what that means, folks. That means we have to roll. So let's go ahead and go to that roll stream and see what's up. All right, let's see what we get. We're going to the dice cam. We're gonna roll it. A 5. Okay, we got a 5. Let's go back and see what we get. What the 5s will reveal. All right, so let's pop in here to 5. See what we get. Option A. Oh, I got to choose 5 first. How about that? Option A. Oh my gosh, the first one. Barred entry, which could mean like a portcullis or something blocked or whatever. And if you know me well enough, you know what the next one might be. Also, a barred entry. What does that mean? I don't know. The doors could have some musical element to it. That's up to you, I guess, if you want to shout that out. So we have either like a portcullis or something blocking the way of our entry or a barred entry. So yeah, you guys figure that out while I just start sketching and have no idea where we're going with this. Oh boy. The fun, let the fun begin. And I'm thinking tower, so we probably will have a roundish floor potentially. And we might do like a cutaway on the front so we can see it. Something like that. Oh, hello. So let's let that poll run for a minute. You guys will get a chance to vote on it. I don't know what a barred musical entrance would look like. I have a couple of ideas. I did not think that would be one of the first choices. I never know what's going to be up there as our first choice, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Puck? How's it going? This guy again. Come on. This guy? Really? So I may stick this entry, whatever we come up with, I may put it over here. And the whole thing with this show, it's going to be very sketchy because that's really all we have a lot of time for. Last time we were able to get a little bit into the shading. If we get there, there's some options too that may lead us down a different path. But for now, I'm just going to start kind of working on this. Let's let that run for a few minutes. Is that poll up? I don't see it. Do we have that poll up, Val? I don't know. I'm not seeing it right now. Probably working on it. But I will continue to kind of lay out some stuff here. No worries. No worries, Val. I've got plenty to do. Plenty to do. We'll let that one stay up for about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, just so we can keep moving here. I can go ahead and start maybe dropping in ideas of where I want other things. What do you guys think about? What do you guys think about a dark academia wizard's tower? Oh, also, let me go ahead. Oh, I didn't put it on the option, but I do know. Let me go ahead for myself, for my own notes. I'll make sure that we chose Wizard's Tower. I'm going to highlight that in my notes. You guys can't see this, so what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Back over here. I like the idea of having some window options. Let me look through chat. Maybe a razor wire surrounding a fence. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Barbed wire? Barbed wire? Barbed wire would be interesting. Dark Academia is a jam. Yeah, so I'm thinking some of those bookshelves, some shelving units potentially on the sides. And we may have to do some like cutaways if we want to keep all of this visible, because I do want to make sure we can see the floor. And we may take some of these options as individual choices and draw them separately. And then if we do a results of this, say next week or whenever the next roller troll, if there's another roller troll, guys, contact your local Adobe representative if you want to keep seeing Adobe roller troll. But if there's another one, either way, I'll wind up posting results to my own channels or my own locations on Instagram or Blue Sky. But yeah, I'm thinking some library vibes almost. I may have to erase some of these, but these are the ideas here. These are just sketches, folks. Just sketches. I also think a wizard would be very learned anyway, so, you know, bookshelves and all kinds of stuff would be, tomes of magic would definitely be part of it. Also, drop those suggestions. Keep going if you have anything you think you want to see. Let's see. There must be more roller troll. That's right. Oliver, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm just going to put some placeholders here because I don't want to totally make the wall space library-esque. Maybe we'll leave that for this side specifically. I am going to make this a little bit smaller. I know we're... Oh my gosh, have I been drawing? Okay, good. I have not been drawing on the background layer. I don't think. No. Okay. I'm going to move this down a little bit and just scale it in just a tiny bit. Just so you can see it a little bit better. And I can see it a little bit better. Move the whole thing over. Pitchforks and torches. Yes. Well, you know, a little nod would be nice. Who do we have here? Let's see. Let's see where we're headed. We've got Bard entry. Of course we do. Of course we do. Let's go ahead. I will work on the Bard entry. Let's close that one off. Let's close that poll. And I will get started on that, but we have to roll for another choice. So let's go ahead and do our roll. Let's see what's going on. Should we pick we'll pick another 20-sided die. We'll pick this red one, which you probably can't see it, but we'll try that one and see what's up. Let's go to the die cam, or wait, the roll screen. Get us going here. Okay, and then we'll head over to the die cam. Whoa. Let's see what we get. 16. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and mark our Bard entry since that was our first one. Woo. We got it. Let's go in here to 16. See what's up. Okay, we have stop staring. Okay. I have a little key over here that tells me what these mean if I forget. If I remember to write them down. That's the key part. And then we have stairway to haven. Stairway to haven. Okay. I'm going to take a look at what that means. Oh, yeah, yeah. We have a stairway that goes up that abruptly stops. So stop staring. So basically like a stairway in ruins, potentially. And then we have Stairway to Haven, which I guess would just be a stairway that's complete that leads to a safe haven. I don't know. So, like, if you want to think about it, the first one is more of ruins, and the other one is more of a stairway with maybe lots of safety rails. I don't know. And also where to put that. But we have to work on the barred entry first. Get that poll going, Val, if you can. And I will work on this barred entry. This is a shout out for chat. What should the barred entry be? I'm thinking like French doors almost. Should we have like I'm gonna check it out. See, what's up, Nemesis? How's it going? No stairway denied. Good reference. Good pull. Oh, you can only see the roll cam. Sorry, guys. I didn't switch it back. Where did we go? What's the roll screen? Sorry about all of that. Oh, all you missed was me opening Stop Staring and Stairway to Haven. Sorry about that. And then back on the live screen, we just switch on over to our live work. And I'm going to start working on that barred entry. But I'm thinking like potentially, let's see. Haven could be some type of inn that's accessed by a port. True. Now, the idea is we're only going to do this one room, but we could have signage. We could have other things that would say, this is what's above. Sean, your screen. Thanks so much for letting me know. But yeah, I'm thinking like somehow like, this might be interesting. Either like a soundboard for like a lute or something, where it's just designed to look like this. These are just options. Here, I should probably make here. I'm gonna go ahead and make another option there. Just copying that layer. So maybe we've got like a soundboard looking thing, or we could have. Let's see. Drop that down. Scratch this out. Because I do like the French door thing. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it could be a portal with a sign, that's for sure. We could do... what's another fantasy... I mean, it could be 2 loots for handfuls. I don't know, I'm stuck on loots for some reason. Let's see, that's not cool. Maybe, yeah, Extreme Wizard Home Makeover, for sure. Oh, maybe a harp. Oh, what if, hey, hold up. Here's the thought. What if it isn't? What if it's a barred entry, but instead of like, finger scanning or eye scanning or, modern day stuff, you have to play the tune from the harp on the door. You have to play it correctly to get access to and from, I guess. I don't know. I just thought it's a fun idea, potentially. And I do have reference pulled up. I don't know exactly what a harp looks like. So just remember, folks, use reference if you need it. And these are all going to be sketches anyway, so, you know, I'm not going to be looking for perfection here, just something to get the idea across. So for now, we do have this little harp action. I do want it to resemble a door, though, so maybe I will go ahead and we can put... I mean, it can still open halfway if it's magical. And maybe we can have some little hinges as if it's hinged, but it's just decorative, right? Could be made of wood. I don't know. Just some ideas to make it look more like a doorway. Okay. Let's see what our poll is, how our poll is doing. We had Stop Staring and Stairway to Haven. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. You know which one I want. Don't troll me on the second option. Maybe that is the troll. Choose it, making sure you choose the one that I secretly don't want. It's like house flipping. Yes, just has to look nice. That's right. For sure. Okay. Okay, we're tied. We're tied. Your chat, you've almost done it. You've almost got the right selection, the correct one. There's only one correct choice. There's only one correct choice. It could play itself. Maybe you just have to tell it the name of the tune, like the song name. Like that's how it works. Okay, well, I think we figured it out. How it works is your taste in music. If it's really bad, if you have no you know, true taste in music, you don't get entry. It judges you. It's like you know, a hipster harp that makes sure that everybody knows that you don't, you know, you're not cool. What's up, Keys? How's it going? Okay, well, I guess we have to end it. Stairway to Haven is going to be our winner. Let's go ahead and roll for our next option. If you want to end that one, we'll do Stairway. You know what? It's Stairway to Haven, but that doesn't mean it can't have a little... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. We'll go ahead and get our die going. Our roll screen happening, and let's roll the original. Let's see what's happening with that. Let's go. I'll try to make sure that the cams are correct again. Let's see what happens. What is that? A 19. Whoop. 19. Okay, make sure we're on the right screen. Let's go ahead and circle. Let's see, make sure I choose the right one here. Stairway to Haven. And then we'll pop down to 19 and see what's up. Okay. Oh, roll, no poll. What does that mean? Next chat suggestion. So we rolled, there's no poll. Whoever puts something in chat right now and I see it. It doesn't have to be the first one. It just depends on if I see it, what I see first. What would you like to see in our Wizard's Tower? Furries, wings, rabbit, tribbles. Okay, I can work with some of these. We're gonna combine a couple of these. A creeper. Okay. We're gonna go tribble, a furry tribble. Not but like furry, but you know, tribbles are furry. So we'll plot them out. We'll plot a few of those out. But let me work on our first option, Stairway to Haven. Get that poll up. Well, we don't need it. There's no poll. There's no poll. So no poll. What I'll do is I'll make a layer, and I will call it Tribble Time. And I will highlight it so that I will see it and remind myself that I need to go back to this. But I do want to have a poll running at all times. So let's see if we can go back to the poll cam. I know it's getting confused. I have to remember the Stairway to Haven, which is what we'll work on first. But I do want to have a poll going. So let's roll again. Back to the deck cam. Let's see what's up. 15. Okay. Let's go to our options. Pop in here to 15. Somewhere in here. There it is. Let's see. First option. Ooh, Alchemist Sketch. This is interesting. Or the Wizard Sketch. So you could have me sketch out the alchemist who doesn't live here, but maybe is a neighbor and came over to borrow some sugar or something. Or we could have the wizard sketch the person who lives here. So that's the poll, alchemist or wizard sketch, based on your option. And neither one of them are really trolly, but they both kind of are at the same time. Okay, Stairway to Haven. Stairs going up, correct? Ooh, this is going to be, this is construction-wise, this is going to be interesting. I'm actually going to take from our bookshelf, the front little panel. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, and none of this has to be to code, by the way. Just FYI. I'm going to leave a little bit of space before we start. Maybe even a little bit of a mat. And I'm just going to start sketching in the angle here. This is going to be tough. It's already too steep, but that's okay. We'll get there. This is all part of it, right? This is the challenge of any time you're drawing, whether you're doing it on a live stream and have never done it before, or you're just doing it for yourself. There's always, mistakes to be made, problems to be solved. All of those things. It's also when, especially when you're live streaming, you tend to get quiet because, hard brain, try thinking while streaming. It's tough. It's like words. Wording is hard sometimes. Okay. We're going to call that our stairway. I am going to take it all the way up. Actually, don't think it would be that. I'll keep going with it. Okay, well, we're trying it out, getting a feel for it. It does curve along the wall pretty nicely. And I don't want it to be I mean, I could do some construction on it. We could have some support beams here, but I want to leave some space in between, so that in case we need to put other things, I don't want to clog up everything. But I'm going to flip this, see how bad that looks. That's not too bad. Let me take a look what we have going on here. Alchemist sketch is winning by a lot. Okay. Now, this may be one of those things where we have to break out. We'll have to break out. I won't necessarily put the Alchemist on this. We'll just start a new layer. But I'm going to go ahead and just so I can see what I'm doing here, I'm going to make sure I know that this is the underneath going up. And, you know, we could have a little signage on the wall indicating what's a good icon for safety? Is there an icon for that? Or we could say to Haven. I don't know. I don't want to get too much, but we've got the idea going, I think. I do want this bottom step to be parallel with the wall as best as possible, and possibly this little support. Maybe it's a stone support. Maybe the whole thing is kind of made out of stone. I don't want to get too into the weeds on the sketch part of that, but I will imply that's what's happening. There we go. Good enough for me for now. And maybe we'll get our first little tribble. Our first little tribble is sitting on one of these steps. Little furry tribble. That way everything is kind of getting satisfied as we go along. Maybe there's one like peeking over up here. I wonder if they're going up. They're looking for safety. All right, we got to keep this going. We got to keep this rolling. All right, so we have our sketch of the Alchemist. Let's go ahead and end that. It looks like Wizard's going to get toasted anyway. Safety cone. Oh my gosh. Sean. Should we put safety cones in front? We'll put... I mean, that looks like don't go up there, but that is kind of funny. I could do that on its own layer. How about that? Move cone in case of emergency. I don't think that's how that works, but it is kind of funny. There we go. There we go. Safety cone. Voted Wizard. Penny voted Wizard. Yeah, the Wizard didn't win, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and start another poll. I think we've satisfied everything, right, chat? We're about 35 minutes in. So far we have done, let's take a look. So far we have done the Barred Entry, the Stairway to Haven, the Roll No Poll, which that was the Tribble, the furry Tribble. And now we have the Wizard Alchemist then we're going to go ahead and let me go ahead and mark that. And then we'll go ahead and get another roll started. Oh, wait, we have Alchemist. Sorry, not Wizard. Alchemist. Get out of here, Wizard. No one likes you, unfortunately. Except for Penny. Penny did like the Wizard. All right, let's go get this going with another roll. Okay, we'll go into the dad cam and see what's up. Let's get our roll going. A 4. I remember some of these being pretty dicey, to be honest. The lower numbers, I don't know why. But let's check it out. Move over to 4. First option. Add windows. Roll 2d4. Whatever that number on the resulting 2d4 roll. That's what we'll add. That's option A. Add windows. Option B. Add holes or damage to our wizard's tower. That's also a D4, so we'll have to figure out what that means when we roll those options. So put those up. Add windows or add holes or damage. Neither one of these are really trolls. I like both of those, but we'll see what happens. What's up, Bruce? Who's smoking in there? Those sick clouds, those fat clouds. Yeah, tough choice, right? Tough choice. Okay, let's get back to it while that poll goes up. Wait, we chose, what did we do? We chose the Alchemist sketch. Okay, good, cool. Let's leave our, I'm going to put this all in a folder. Call this interior. And then we get to spend a little bit of time sketching out our Alchemist. All right, Chad, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you here. We're going to go portrait of Alchemist for now. Why is that so small? It doesn't have to be. But let's see. Let's see. Let's start over. Let's start over. What kind of accoutrement would an alchemist have? Kind of robes, if they have robes. Is our alchemist human? I mean, you're gonna have to shout these out pretty fast because I am just gonna get going, and whatever happens, happens. Does he wear goggles? I think he wears safety goggles. I actually think that's a thing for sure. No, I'm not seeing any options yet. Can I ask for a cigarette? No, you cannot. I mean, you can ask. Will it happen? I don't know. All right, I think we're going right now. Not very creature-like, but I can change that. He's got a big old jaw. Maybe he does have safety goggles on. I like the idea of the goggles. Snake face. Okay, snake face. See how that works? Let's see how snake face works. Oh my gosh. This is not going to be good. Bear with me. Snake face. Rabbit nose. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I mean, he's still an alchemist, so he can't be full snake, right? It's more like reptilian at this point. How do you do safety goggles for a reptilian, like how did they wrap around? Because I still want to do the goggles. Give it a little bit of a longer snake-like neck. But see, that's how it works, chat. You just say the thing, I try to get the thing done. Give him a little tongue hanging out, maybe. Maybe not. There are no rules. There are no rules here. But I do want goggles on this. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this out a little bit. I'm going to flip this around too, just so I can get a look. Just so I can get a look. Oh my gosh, it looks wild. I'm going to make a copy just so I can keep rolling here. I don't want to get too sucked into doing a portrait, but I definitely want to give this some due diligence. Take a look at what chat's saying. Stuart, what's up? Let's see. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to start adding some alchemist vibes. What I would think could be alchemist vibes. Some giant goggles. To cover the full eye structure. Safety first, alchemists out there, aspiring alchemists. Safety first. And I always like when these things have like mechanical, like magnifiers, you know, like little things hanging off so that they can really get in close to their organic compounds or inorganic compounds, and they each have like their own little arm so that they can stack them on top of each other. Actually, I want to do that right here. And they can just flip it up out of the way, you know, like a jewelry maker might have. Something like that. Maybe there's like a little hat that goes along with this, a little, I don't know, something else mechanical. Maybe there's a goggle, different type of goggles push back on the head for the heavy, really heavy lifting. So like a dual set of goggles. Something like that. There we go. I think that looks good enough for now for our alchemist. What are they coming over to borrow? That's now my real question. They're over at the Wizard's Tower doing something. Flip this back. There we go. Something like that. Moon dust. I like it. Let's give him a little collar. Probably wearing a little bit of a lab jacket sort of thing. And maybe we can work on this too as a results thing. But for now, I'm going to call this Owl. All right, let's get back to let's leave Al up while we look at our choose one poll for add windows or add damage or hole. Looks like the damage is going to win. So let's scoot back over. Let's see. We'll go ahead and pull this up. I'll make sure I'm on the right layer. But first, we have to roll again. Is that correct? I believe that's right. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay. Dice cam is ready. Oh, we already have 15, so automatic reroll. Let's go again. 18. Man, high rolling. However, we have not rolled a 20 yet. For every episode, every stinking episode, we've rolled a 20. But not yet. We've come close. All right, let's pop into 19, 18. We also have to roll. I'll do this on my own, and I'll just switch over to the thing. So shaggy rugs or an escape hatch. That is our next choice. I'm going to go ahead and circle. I'm going to go ahead and circle our holes, and I have to roll 2d4. And to do that, let's just jump over into the dice cam without any hullabaloo. Is that what we would use? I don't know what word we use. I'm looking for another d4. I wanted to roll both of them at the same time. Oh, there we go. Okay. You probably won't be able to see these, just to be fair. But we'll go in and take a look at this. Let's see. 2d4. Boom. Can you read that? Let's see. You might be able to read that. 4? That's a 4. That's a 1. So 5 and 5 Toto. Okay, so 5 total. I'll write out just so that I can remember 5. Boop. And then we can jump back into that while the other poll is going. Be sure and check out the poll if you're just hopping in. This is Roller Troll. It's just a die rolling game, and we draw based on those results and your poll results, I should say. An escape hatch is winning, but let's get to going on this damage situation because, man, we don't really have an interior yet, and we're almost an hour in. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. How is this going to work? We can start. I'll just drop what I would call a hole in the floor. Possibly that's 1. Since we're not adding windows, we're not adding more than the one window. We can. I can always add a window if I would like. But I think we could have a little bit of damage happening here to our window. I'm trying to see how this might look. And we can add, potential how this little interior would look for the window, and maybe break out some of those options. So maybe this portion of the tower has the most damage. Let's see. So 5 of these, eh? Wonder what we could do. Maybe we could chunk out this entire section. It's kind of interesting with the cutoff, because then if it is kind of a cross section situation, you know what? I think I'll leave it just for safety's sake, or for ease of handling that curve sake. I will take that out. Maybe there's a section of the stair. Well, I don't want to mess up the haven, right? We don't want to mess up the haven. I'll do another little hole up here. See if chat has any ideas on where these holes should be. I honestly have no idea how this whole thing's going to turn out. I never do. So we've got 4 holes. I mean, a hole cut could be crumbling like we're looking into the room. Ooh. So this whole thing is the 5th hole. Oh my gosh. Val, why you do this? How you do this? See, this is why, look, I say this all the time. Well, I maybe I don't say it all the time, but I definitely think it all the time. Surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, that are maybe better, or talented, or maybe not qualifying it as better, but at least different thoughts. Because I would have never thought in the moment that the 5th hole is the hole that's been there the whole time. It's been with us throughout this entire journey. It is the hole in which we are viewing this entire room. So I love it. Val, thank you so much. And that is what we're going to do. I don't know how I'm going to sell it. So that's the tricky part, right? Like, how am I going to sell this? That's up to me. That's the artist. Those are the things you got to figure out. But I love the idea that now we can have this kind of crossing and our stairway continues to go up. So maybe it's still in circles. We can even, oh my gosh, Val, you've opened up so many channels here. I'm just going to do a little bit. We can even get a peek into what's below. Are you kidding me? And I may clean this up or I may do something else. But you know what I am going to do? I am going to, we have separate layers now. I'm going to have to take all of these. If you want to use your folder and select, you can make sure you are selecting the group. And then when you scale, it's going to scale the entire group. I don't really pop into a whole bunch of like Photoshop usage, but just to let you know, these options do exist. You don't have to scale everything individually. But now I can move this entire thing up and we can maybe start to peek a little bit into what's below. If we get there, we're already an hour in. Here, maybe I want to chunk this old thing out. No. I want to have the tower. My brain is kicking in. It's kicking in overdrive right now. So I'm going to go ahead and make that straight down-ish. And I will say that we have some cross beams. Possibly some beams exposed. I don't know. I've got to figure all that out, but I love it. I think it's great. We can even like do some little clouds in the background to make sure that that this is the sky we're seeing potentially. There's all these little indicators you can put, right? And I don't want it to cover, but I wonder if we are seeing inside. It's going to take me a minute to wrap my head around this, but I think we're going to get somewhere cool. Oops. And this can be the exterior of our little castle thingy. kind of wrap it into view so we can see all of it. And don't worry about these beams. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. That's something I think I want to have, but I'm not super settled on where it's going to be. Okay, does that make sense? Are we reading this right? Is this starting to look like it kind of fits? I didn't realize we were going to be doing, what is it called? The incredible cross sections. Anybody know those books? Surely somebody knows those. Okay. And we might be able to get a peek into what's going on down here, depending on what winds up happening with the choices. Valve's on fire. Escape hatch. Oh, we can see the escape hatch now. Oh my gosh. It works out. Go ahead and end it. We're keeping escape hatch. Yeah, cutaway views of ye old castles. Ye oldie castles. I gotta figure out the thickness and how this works, but that may be more for the results version of this. But you'll only see the results if there's more roller troll. That's not true. I will post it once it gets done. But I like it. I like where we're going. It feels like the escape hatch would probably be like under the stairs. So like over here somewhere. But if I put it, maybe I'll put it. Oh my gosh, what if the escape hatch has been destroyed? This is our escape hatch. And I want to have the hatch open, right? We want to have it open. But we can't escape. It's been damaged. I don't know. It's getting goofy, but that's exactly what it's supposed to do. That's how it's supposed to be. And I feel like if we wind up, he's probably removed a chair from this area, or maybe like lifted up a rug. Let's say there's a rolled up. I'm just doing this for now. We may wind up having something else, but this was definitely covered by a rug that has now been pulled back to, of course, reveal the escape hatch. Oh, sorry. We need a pole. We need something while I'm working on the escape hatch. All right, let's ready everything up. Let's remove our. Uh-oh, I may have destroyed the dice cam. We'll figure it out. All right, let's go to the roll screen. See what's happening. See how bad I moved everything. The dice cam. You're thinking a submarine hatch. Interesting. Let's get our roll here. It's 18. We got to re-roll. Immediate re-roll. 4. I believe we've already done 4. Immediate re-roll. 13. Okay, we got a 13. Let's check it out. Okay, so let me mark escape hatch real quick. And then we'll move up to 13. Take a look. Take a look at 13. Let's see. Our first option is cobblestone floor. Okay. This is good because we kind of needed to establish what the floor was made out of. What are the other? Oh, cool. Ye olde wildy tiled. What does that mean? I don't know. We're going to have some kind of decorative tile or decorative design made out of tile. Cobblestone would be easy. Cobblestone is the simple choice. Chat. Do what you got to do, chat. That's all I'm going to say. Do what you got to do. All right, let's keep working on this monstrosity. I kind of wanted to put the escape hatch under the stairs, but I was afraid the little ladder wouldn't read because I do want to drop a ladder on this. Oh, it could be a funky ladder. Now, I'll probably just keep it simple for now. With the sketches, I don't want to get too super like detailed on, unless I need to make like notes for myself. I never want to make them too detailed. Just kind of keep the broad shapes, the broad ideas. Like I wanted to make sure that looked like it was hinged as opposed to unhinged, which is what this drawing is going to wind up being. There we go. Okay. The poll is not updating. Oh no. 100% right now. Come on. See, look how easy a cobblestone would be. Come on, guys. This is what I need. This is what I need. I need something easy. Or not. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? I'm up for it. I'm up for a challenge. Your choices based off of my choices don't scare me. Now, regardless if they turn out well or not, that's a whole different thing altogether. I think maybe like there would be some tassels on the end of the rug, perchance, mayhaps. I really need to get a consistent thickness on this this wall here, or whatever, the floor situation. We have a couple of sympathizers. It's okay. It's all right. I appreciate those who cobblestoned on my behalf. But we do have opportunities. It looks like, let's leave the poll going while I'm working on this escape hatch a little bit longer. But it looks like with the wildy tiled, we may have some fun opportunities for this wizard's lab. Because we could do like a decorative designed floor. where there's like an icon or a logo or something in it. If that makes sense. Okay. Let's go ahead and end that one because I don't think I'm coming back. No one's bringing cobblestones back on that one. Oh, mosaic of the Roller Troll logo. Okay, I like that idea. We can work that into there maybe. If you're anything not up to code is magic. That's right. Not up to code is magic. Let's go ahead and hit this roll one time. See if we can get something else going. Get to our roll screen. Let's go to the die cam. Let's see. What's up? Dice cam. Oh. Is that an 8? That's an 8. Okay, let's get back to let's circle this while we're here. Thanks, chat. I appreciate you giving me some tile. Look forward to that. Let's see what 8 has for us. Oh. I'm hoping it's, yep, I'm just going to, we'll see together. First option. Uh-oh. What have I done? That is not what I've done. Normal? What is happening? How about this? I'll just reveal it. There we go. Not sure why it was at half opacity there. Oh, maybe I wasn't on. There we go. You've already seen it though. Swap last result or pick a number. So chat, pick a number that we haven't done. Here's what we have that's options are open. Swap last resort. If you choose A, that means cobblestones. Let's go. If you choose A, that means cobblestones. So all you cobblers, all you cobblestone folks out there have a chance to, help me out. Or you can pick a number. We can reveal any number that has not been revealed. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 17, 20. 20 and 1 or not, you cannot use those. You know what? I make up the rules. You can use whatever number you want, except for the ones that's already been revealed. And that will be, just do the poll. We'll let the poll roll while I continue to scribble and scrawl. But we did choose an option. We have to do, I can't do that option yet. So we have to let this roll go. We have to let this poll go. Sorry. To choose if I'm going, so I'm just gonna keep working on stuff. You guys figure it out with the poll. I'm just gonna keep kind of, getting a nice foundation. At least that's the plan. I should have been like a type of damage. Because then we could have like Scorch Mar. I mean, we still could. It could be like a dragon attack. I don't know. Like he knows us or something, yeah. Pick a number. Come on, cobblestones. You're so close. 3 more votes. Picking a number is not cool, guys. Come on, you know that. Everybody wants to roll for numbers. We don't want to pick numbers. I mean, low key, I kind of want to do a tile design. So, but come on, Cobbles, you got this. You got this. But I kind of do low key want to do. Look, I'm indecisive. Okay. All right. Wonder what's below here. Maybe that's where we get a bunch of. Oh, I don't know. Bunch of shelves. I like the idea of like, if I'm doing the beams for this, maybe they're at an angle like this. So this beam might come out. If I even want to show that. Because I do feel like I want to have some sort of supports. But they could be all chopped up due to the damage. I don't know. Something I can worry about later. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we're 2 votes away from a tie. I don't want to let that linger for too long. Okay. Looks like we're picking a number. I am sorry. I know how everybody wanted cobbled stones. Okay. Let's see. What's up, Umacorn? How's it going? All right, so pick a number, guys. Here's what we're looking at. You chose pick a number. Oh, let me make sure I'm on the right layer. You should be able to see all the numbers and all the ones that are not selected. So 20. Sean. I saw Sean's 20 first, which means this will be the first time we did not roll a 20. Well, we might still roll a 20. You just can't use it. All right. We're going to take a look at what 20 is. I know what it is. You guys should know what it is if you've been here in the past. It's another poll, but what is, oh, there we go. I know what's going on. Nope. Hello. What is happening? Oh, there we go. Okay. Chat's choice. Kind of like what we did earlier, where you just shout out the thing with the roll no poll. Or artist choice. So we did not swap a number, so I have to do the tile. I have to do the tile, wild tile. But the poll is chat's choice or artist choice. If chat chooses chat's choice, that means that it's going to be just like with pick a number, except whatever suggestion I see first is the one that I will have to do. In the meantime, let's try and sort out this wild tile situation. I'm going to do a ring, I think. I think I maybe do this on a separate layer. I'm going to clean up this layer first. Get rid of all the sketchy scratch marks. Not all of them, but some of them. Make way for our tile here. I'm going to leave that one just as a little guide. I think there should be like a ring around this. Like an edge almost. And what do we want to see? We could put the ROT logo, the Roller Troll logo. If you don't know, this is a ROT session. Sounds terrible, but that's what the ROT. So we could start looking at that. I'm going to pull up a reference. I'm just typing in a blank reference for decorative floor. I don't know. Ooh, we could do something fun with, this may blow up my machine, but let's try something. If the stream goes down, you know what happened. All right, I'm going to come up here and let's pick mandala. Let's do like 4. I'm turning on symmetry, and we'll change it to 4 segments. Enter. And I'm just going to start making some designs. You might know where this is going. We could even put here. Let's see. Maybe we do have a little. Maybe we have a little Meeps symbol in there. Something like that. But we can probably take this. I'm not going to get too wild with it just because it does get a little bit sketchy at the end. As you pull out further from the middle of this, you will start to get, it will slow down. It will bog down a little bit. Maybe not. Let's see. I thought about. Oh, what about the eye from Roller Troll? Whoa. Okay, cool. I think this is going to work just fine. That looks like magic. It's super simple. Look, guys, it is so simple. You saw what I did. You can duplicate this yourself. It's so simple. Well, I don't know how it's going to integrate. That is up. That is to be seen. But I think so far we're doing okay. I don't want to get too detailed, and I'm going to leave that. I'm going to hit, let's see, I'm going to go off, turn this off, symmetry off. We now have a design. I'm going to make a copy of that design, and then turn our interior back on. Then Control T to transform this, and change it to our width, and then pull this down to where it's in the center of the floor, just about. See, you guys thought that Wild Tile was going to throw me? Come on. Come on. Oh, actually, I do want this to come within. Here, let me do this. I want this to be within that first little ring, I think. I think that looks okay. Elijah, thanks so much. I appreciate it. All credit to the, almost said chemistry tool, but that's pretty cool. Symmetry tool. We have this. We also have the original one if we need to come back to it. So I'm just going to turn that off, and I will erase out. You could mask out. I mean, I could be non-destructive. Maybe I will be. I'll add a mask to this. I'll just drop a mask on this and then paint with black to remove. That's really just adding a mask, getting it off of the layer, the areas that I don't want that to show, all of this stuff. Over our hole here. The back edge. Okay. But we can spice it up a little bit. I'm going to go back into this. I could come in here and make these really look like they're raised in some of these areas if we want. You're just kind of adding to that design. I'm not going to get crazy into that, but I do want to do the Roller Troll eye that you see during the end here, and that's going to be our little nod to the Roller Troll logo. So that's a little I for us. Okay. Now anything we throw on top of this, which we probably still will have one. Wait, I want to catch up with chat real quick. Yeah, definitely. There would be definitely a little foot pedal something going on here. Artist choice is winning, by the way, which I appreciate. Let's go ahead and end that one, Val. I will go ahead and circle that artist choice. So chat, you've gone the extra mile. I think chat choice has been the option a couple of times when we had 20 come up. So you know what? We've definitely had artist choice win out too. So I think we've done about 50-50 on those. I go ahead and circle this artist choice. I mean, to make double check. Yes, artist choice did win. Just checking. Yeah, we have to be nice sometimes. Well, it's appreciated. But technically, you don't have to. But let's get this roll screen going. We're going to pop this over so we can roll again. And there's our little eye that we have sitting in our wizard's tower. And now the dice cam is ready. Let's go. A 7. Woo. Wow, you can hardly tell that it's... Oh, there we go. Now you can see if I put... There, if I block the light. There we go. Okay. 7 is ready for us. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. So if you know how this works, towards the end, we're not quite there yet, but like in the last 15 minutes, we kind of just try to clean up what we have. Oh, okay. 7. A bone throne or a stone gnome. So if you want a bone throne in this room or a home garden gnome, a stone gnome, those are your choices. Okay. Let's see. The blinking eye sounds so moist. Then that is exactly what the result that I wanted. Got to stay hydrated, even with your eyes. All right, so artist choice for me. I want to add our books in real quick. I want to start that Dark Academia that we started with ages ago. I want to add that back in as a thing. And I think under the book, under the stairs is a good place for that. Am I on the right layer? I am not. Gotta name my layer. I thought I did. Interior safety cone. Nope. There we go. Okay, now I can do this. So I'm going to add this in here. Little bookshelf. Little book nook. Which, by the way, if you guys don't know, over on my personal Discord, which I don't have a link for you ready, but over on my personal Discord, we have an ongoing thematic study in this month. It changes every month, and this month happens to be books. Books is the thematic study. It's the theme. So anything book related or reading related, that is what we're doing over there. And I love that you won't be able to put all kinds of books in this area. You'll have to stack them according to size if you have them. Because there's going to be little areas where maybe there's like a little tchotchke or something happening. Maybe the bigger tomes are on the bottom. Something like that. And the shelf might be decorative a little bit. I don't know. I'm not really going to get wild with it, but it could be. All right, let's take a look at what we have going on. The wrong layer disease, yeah, that is for amateurs and professionals alike. There's no discrimination with that one. How do I want to handle that? I think it's like this. Just a built-in, right? All right, I'm here for that. Here for it. Here for it. Okay. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, artist choice. We have artist choice up. That's what we were working on just then. We have bone or throne. What is going on? It is tied. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We got to have a tiebreaker. Next vote wins. Next vote wins. I'm going to keep working on books until we get that next vote. Oh, we just got the next vote. Stone gnome. All right, we got to have a little gnome in here. Let me go ahead and mark that for us, so I won't forget. Man, we are burning through these options. It's funny. There are furniture options in here. They haven't been revealed to us, so our room is still pretty empty. All right, I'm going to make a stone gnome layer. What if we make this stone gnome? Where should we put it? Where should we put this stone gnome? No, I can't add details on the wrong layer. Maybe he's tucked in down here somewhere. Yes, we're going to have a stone gnome over here, but I want to make him big enough. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this like this so that we can see what's happening. Just going to make a little chunky gnome guy. Our chunky gnome guy. Chunky gnome fella. Is going to be reading a book next to our little book nook. Got a little mustache, little beard happening. Maybe he's open-mouthed, like a little shock. Maybe he's reading. Maybe he's reading up on what the insurance policy would cover from the damage that's been taken. what it won't, how they're not insured. That's terrible, but that's what's happening. A little bit of real life creeping in. Terrible, right? We don't want that. You're not here for real life. Here, I don't like his feet. I do like his little saggy shoulders, though. Yeah, he's got to have like a wide base for his boots, for his so he can stand appropriately. There we go. I think that's going to work. Flip him around. Yeah, looking all right. He's kind of leaning a little bit. Maybe I'll grab him and pull him over just a hair. There we go. I think that works for boots. Give him some big old bushy eyebrows. Something like that. All right, there we go. Got us a gnome. We got us a stone gnome. Why is it made of stone? Well, here, let's see. We'll put some little chips and cracks in it. Because right now it's just like a gnome. Got to make it made of stone, right? Maybe there's a little crack right there. Coming across the foot. There we go. Stone enough, I think. Could definitely work on that part of it. Okay, let's turn our interior back on. Let's fill, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to fill him in. I'm going to call this gnome. Oops, hello. Gnome. Wait, did our music stop? No, there's one track that has like nothing going on at the end of it, and it gets me every time. Okay. Zoom out a little bit. I am going to, let's go ahead and make a couple. Ooh, come on now. Couple layers. Flip it back. And I think make a copy of a copy of a copy. And I want to make sure that he's not see-through. It's not invisible, no. like I've added too many layers here. There we go. Good enough for me for now. Merge this down. Scale him down. Somewhere in there. There's a little stone statue of a gnome. Okay. Wow. Why is it not playing? Oh, I guess I paused it. Oops. Okay. Where are we at? We're losing the time here. We did stone gnome, and then we need to roll. Should have had a poll going. That's on me. But we are getting close to the let's wrap it up. Not quite there yet. Oh, I just bumped everything. This is going to be terrible. All right. Let's just cut to the dice cam, get a little roll going. Oh, the Sean cone. That is a Sean cone near the stairs. Yes. All right, let's roll it. 3. Okay. Let's see where 3 takes us. Come on, 3. Don't be horrible. Oh no. Fireplaces. 1d4 divided by 2, so at least 2 potentially. Could be just 1. Deep breath. On fireplaces, 1d6. So what that means is we roll a 1d4 for a fireplace, and whatever that number is divided by 2, and then we roll a 1d6, and that many number of things have to be on fire. I don't know why. It's a magical place going wrong something. I don't know. While you guys decide my fate, I'm going to go ahead and just goof off and add more to this background to try and solidify some things. That they are all living in the same space. Yikes. I think Jack said it best. Why do you do this to yourself? I keep coming back to that. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I think it's fun. And then I have to do it live. And then I'm not so sure it's fun. But by that time, it's too late. I can't go back. Oh, I think the chaos is appropriate. Yeah. I say that every time. Jack, much appreciation to Jack for all the past roller trolls. I don't know where we're going in the future, but it's been a wild ride so far. Jack's been there for a lot of it. So I want to thank Jack for that for sure. I kind of want to do, like, I definitely am getting into what this can look like finished. We're not going to have even close to a chance of getting there today. And I don't know how much of a finish, you know. I never know. It's all based on how much time I have to work on it. But the idea that we could have something pretty cool from this goofiness is always fun for me. I think this might be another book over here. Let's take a peek into our options here. On Fireplaces is only winning by 1 vote. Guys, we can make a really cool fireplace, like super decorative. It would be a lot more fun than adding some silly flames to things. I mean, that's just my take, right? That's just my take. Yeah. I don't want to, it's weird. Now I'm like, what are they going to pick? Because if I start to draw something and then have to delete it, that's, annoying. I will just add some ideas of books here. Potentially. Some shelving. Because this would be the wall I would put a fireplace. And I think it could be dope. I do actually think it could be cool. That's not just me gaming the system. Not entirely, anyway. I mean, you guys all know my tricks anyway, so I'm not fooling anybody. J'ai des années pour toute ma vie. Since I was a small child. I could not put that into years, I don't think. Well, I mean, I could just say how old I was, I suppose, but that's not exactly when I started drawing. Also, just a note, the chat is English only, but I do appreciate a good French challenge de temps en temps. On Fireplaces is still winning. Come on, chat. We're in the last 15 minutes here. Super cool fireplace. Or, because honestly, all the fire is just going to be like, oh, look, there's fire. Now, that's really convincing, right? That's really a good way. Okay, fine. Oh, well, we are tied. I was just going to give up. I was about to give up. What are we doing? Fireplaces. Next vote wins. Maybe we could do a little bit of both, because I was trying to manipulate there. Next vote. Next vote gets it. Well, that's right. We're probably going to do both. So let's go ahead and end it. We'll do it a tie. We'll do it as a tie. Let's end it. All right, on Fireplaces. We have 2 things to roll. I'm just going to, you know what? We're not going to go out like this. This might be the last roll of Roller Troll, guys. Remember what we had. 1d4, which I have, or 1d6. And we're going to do both. So I'm going to roll both. This could be the last roll screen. I'm just going to do this until we get there. All right, I think we're ready. Dice cam is up. We got a 1d6 and a 1d4. Let's see what happens. 2 places on fire. And we rolled a 4 divided by 2. Oh, it all worked out because now we have 2 fireplaces and 2 things on fire. Maybe it's just the fireplaces that are on fire. Convenient, right? All right, let's get to it then because we don't have a lot of time. Goodbye, bookshelf. See ya. I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm just going to... Ooh, this is going to be awkward. But I'm going to paint out all of this for the most part. And we're going to have a fireplace right in here. And it is going to have a mantle of some sort. And we'll put one place on fire. Very convenient indeed. You know what? We can add some flames. Maybe this tribble up top is on fire. And that's why he's trying to go to the safe haven. He's got a little smoke trail coming off. So there, he's on fire. And maybe there's a pile of them in front of the fireplace and one of them is on fire. That's what this can be. This is our pile of tribble. It's a tribble rug. They're like cats, you know, if you have a cats near a fireplace, or if you have a fireplace and cats, sometimes they will snuggle in, get a little too close. Yeah. Oh, the humanity. Wait, they're not human. All right, so there's our fire happening here. We'll have it licking up in front of some of the logs. That sounded weird, sorry. But that is what's happening. I don't want it to be super high in flames, just somewhat. A little iron sticking out here, holding our logs into place. And I don't know if this has ever been a thing, but I think we're going to put our second fireplace on top. And it's like a pizza. It's our Wizard's Tower pizza oven. And so that is where our other flames are coming from. Perfect. There we go. Just shore this up a little bit, make it look a little bit more decorative. I do hope we got about 10 minutes left here. I do hope we have more roller troll because there's one option that has not come up yet that I really want to do, and I've had it available for three roller trolls now, and it has not made it. And I don't want to cheat the system, so I don't want to tell you what it is. And so up here, I think we can still continue with our fireplace and decoration. Oh, and I bet we get, oh my gosh, yes, up top. I want books on this wall. There will be books on this wall. That's how this works. Ultimately, you guys tell me what to do in the polls. But, you know, if it's going to look better, I got to make it look better, right? Try to play by the rules for the most part. Such a safe place to put books. I know, right above the fire. Anything goes in my world. If you don't like it, create your own world. I just made up that song. I hope we don't get a copyright strike. That is my own song. Twitch, don't take this away. I'm going to need to clip that song. All right. If I don't start getting royalty checks. Clip it. I remember on Behance, I think right when we started over there, I kept saying, oh, let's clip it. Not a thing. It was not a thing on Behance. So I had completely gotten out of my, I mean, it could be clipped, but it wasn't like a thing. So it's kind of gone out of my vocabulary until recently. Clip. Perfect. Perfect emoji. I need to create, I do have my own personal Twitch streams that I do stream on Thursdays, if you guys want to check them out. I need to create more emojis for my channel, because I have not done so since the last I was on Twitch, which was ages ago. Seems like ages, only been a few years. Well, I do need to flip this because I think I'm getting a little bit off. We got about 7 minutes. We can roll for one more. What do you guys think? You want to do one more quick roll? Or do you want to just kind of roll with what's happening? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, we're going to do one more roll. This might be the last roll of Roller Troll. What a perfect way to go out. Okay. Let's go to the roll screen. If you're tired of the roll screen, I'm so sorry, but here we go. It's going to be a rapid run. It's probably going to be the most difficult thing. That's what's going to be crazy about it. All right, let's go to the die cam. Let's see what we got. Rolling with a new D20. We got a 9. Is that a 9 or is that a 6? That's a 9. All right, we'll pop over. We got 4 minutes, 6 minutes and counting. Where's our 9? 9's down here. We have paint next prompt. Wow, we can't do this one, guys. This can't be it. Our pen tool only. We don't have time for this. Skipping it. Rolling again. Going straight to the cam. 10. Sorry about that. Let's go back. Let's see what 10 has for us. Furniture or comfy cushions. Okay, guys. Furniture or comfy cushions. Furniture is another chat. Scream it out. What do you think would make a fun piece of furniture? That's how that works. The other one is just like a comfy area of cushions. In fact, I will go ahead and start with that one in case it wins. And I will probably just start with, let's see, an area over here with just a bunch of lounge type cushions. Big pillow fort options. A lasagna bench press. That's the first thing I saw. Even though I do like marshmallow. Hot dog beanbag. Okay, look, I'm going to rapid fire as much of this as I can. All right, I'm going to stop what I'm doing because I was just going to add a bunch of cushions over here. Well, let's make this one a hot dog beanbag. While we're doing this, hot dogs. Are they a sandwich? Is a hot dog just a sandwich? Talk to me. We'll go with all of the internet conspiracies. Got to have a little bit of mustard or ketchup or something. That is the worst hot dog beanbag I have ever made, and also the only hot dog beanbag I have ever made. Also, my clock turned off, so I have no idea how much time we have left. Okay, we got about 4 minutes. So we've got a little hot dog beanbag happening over here. I like the lasagna bench. I don't know about a bench press. So I'm going to make a little lasagna noodle over here. Into a bench. Oh, are these not on? Let's see, move this up. There we go. Got to get on the right layer if you want to do this. So this is our lasagna bench. Or whatever. I mean, I guess it could actually be like multiple stacks of lasagna. With like stuff in between. Then it's just a lasagna bench, right? I don't know. There you go. Sure, why not? Let me see that hype. Yeah, there we go. Let me make sure I'm not missing something else. Hot dogs or tacos. Hot dogs or tacos. Okay, Val says it there. Must be true. Let's see. It does look like it'd be good for your back. Roll it out, a little roll out right there. I feel like I missed something else. There was a taco. Find the channel. Yeah, just Wade Acuff. Twitch.tv/Wade Acuff, I believe, is my channel. Val, if you can find that and verify that for me. There was something else besides Crowfoot Coffee Table. Okay, that is amazing. I want to do it. Marshmallow seat. Okay, marshmallow seat's going to be the last thing we do. I'm going to put that right in the middle of the floor. Facing... Well, let's see. How are we going to do this? Yeah, I'll just go with it. Marshmallow... How? I guess it will be cut out. This is the marshmallow seat. And how do you know that this is a marshmallow seat? Well, you have to taste it. That's the only way to know. There you go. Did not know or expect or have a clue how this fantasy interior design episode of Roller Troll would happen. And here we go. We've got all the good stuff. Let's do a little recap before we leave. I know we're over time slightly, but we have to remember we did all of these things through your choices, which I do appreciate. I think I need to mark both of these as... Whoop, we selected both of those. We didn't do any of that. And then we did furniture because you guys shouted at me in the best way possible. But let's take a look at what we did today. We had this, basically our messy interior. We got a Stairway to Haven going on, some Tribbles hanging out. But don't forget, we had Al. I'm going to go ahead and drag all this stuff into one thing here. We also had our buddy Al, our alchemist, that stopped by for a cup of alchemist sugar. I don't know. But thank you so much. I guess I will let you guys know on my socials if we're having another Roller Troll. If we are done with Roller Troll, thank you so much for coming and hanging out for all of these. I hope it continues. If not, maybe we'll do it on my own channel. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But thank you so much, and we will see you guys in, I guess we'll see you guys next time or in the next one. But be sure to check out all the other programs that are happening over on this Twitch channel, the Adobe Live Twitch channel, on Fridays, Mondays, and also throughout the week on YouTube and Behance. But that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you guys real soon. Bye, everybody.